Tao, Tan, Tensen, terrifying, twisted, and tainted by immortality. Child, the Lord Tensen are way more than just powerful villains, and Hell's Paradise Season 2 gave us an even deeper look into what makes them so dangerous. I was so hyped when Hell's Paradise came back this year, but they threw a lot of information at us. So today, we're going to be breaking down the Lord Tensen, their powers, their connection to Tao and Tan, and the disturbing truth behind the so-called elixir of life. The Tensen look like gods, but what are they really? They are the rulers of the island Shinsenkyo. They live in the island's sacred center, Harai. They are quasi-immortal beings who are on the search for perfected or complete immortality. Although they have human forms, they are not human. In fact, they are actually plant-like, flower-associated Tao beings. There are 7 of them that we know of, and they have yin and yang forms. They are Mudan and Jujun, Taofa, Jufa, Zujin, Ron, Gifa, and Mei, who is assisting our voyagers in their attempted escape. Now, the latter part of this season shows them whipping up on some of my favorite people, including Gabimaru, Yuzuriha, and Shion. What made the Tensen so hard to kill? Well, they possess extreme regeneration abilities. They can shapeshift and are truly near immortal. That means most damage that gets inflicted on them is almost instantly healed. And if that's not a doozy, they can also alter their appearance, shift between yin and yang, and even produce massive forms. Now, how can they do all that? Well, they are masters of Tao, which is life energy. It's present in all living things and is used for offense, defense, sensing, and regeneration. Their biggest combat advantage is their mastery of Tao. That's why we see our beloved gang of condemned criminals and executioners learning about Tao, how it's used, and figuring out a way to actually have a chance at surviving. Now, there are 5 Tao attributes: wood, fire, metal, earth, and water. These attributes also have relationships with each other, which ultimately became the key for fighting against the Tensen. Wood boosts fire and hinders earth. Fire boosts earth and hinders metal. Earth boosts metal and hinders water. Metal boosts water and hinders wood. Finally, water boosts wood and hinders fire. Which attribute would you rather have? I think I'm more of a fire person myself. Now that we got Tao out of the way, what about Tan? The elusive elixir of life they have been searching for is actually Tan, except humans who improperly consume it do not become immortal and turn into flowers and plants. Tan is made by harvesting human Tao. Lord Tensen uses the island's flora to infect humans, transforming their bodies into plants. Then these plantified humans are then compressed and refined into the life-extending Tan. So all in all, in order for the Tensen to keep their immortality, they rely on Tao, the island, human sacrifice, and the production of Tan. After learning what Tan really is, would y'all risk drinking it for a chance at immortality or not? I'm not drinking it. The Tensen view humans as both inferior and disposable, and they will stop at nothing to keep that life force flowing, okay? So they are extremely arrogant, they get bored easily, are incredibly vain, and often hypersexual. They definitely don't give gods in the traditional sense. So where does that leave us? Gabimaru and crew are fighting for their lives to get off this island, but things become a lot more challenging with the arrival of the Shogunate's second execution force. Now, they came to clean up the criminals, but they didn't plan for what they were met with. Even still, it's going to be a very tough battle for everyone on that island. But they can win, and the key to winning against the Tensen is the small but important detail that regeneration is not absolute and their recovery can be greatly hindered. We saw that with the will of the blind man, Shion, and he must be protected at all costs. The Tensen can also be harmed with proper Tao alignment and their opponents taking advantage of the attributes that hinder them. Coordination and teamwork are the names of the game. Season 2 was so good. We learned a lot of important information, saw some crazy fights, and there was no shortage of action at all. The story is moving along very nicely. I also loved how they did the flashbacks during the fights to their learning sessions with Shion. I thought that was very nicely done. Chef's kiss. They need to give me season 3 right now, today. Tao, Tan, and immortality made the Tensen powerful, but season 2 showed us that there's something way darker than simple villains and they can be beaten. If you want the full picture of Hell's Paradise, including what I thought about season 1 and understand how we got to this point, go check out my review right now and don't forget to subscribe. When one arc ends, another one begins. See you next time.